Hey there, Haslet. We are out here in the Wellington neighborhood, and I have a friend of mine, Dana Pollard, who today we're talking about the real estate market as it sits currently, and we're in end of September, early October 2022. So I say that because obviously the market can change dramatically, if you're watching this a couple months later or whatever. But since this channel is all about Haslet and why it's great to live here, I thought I would talk to Dana, and Dana is actually through Dana is how I came to be living here in Haslet myself, me and my family. So I started watching your YouTube videos when I was living in California, and Dana has these great videos that will focus on certain areas and all around DFW, and I filled out her dream home questionnaire and was able to connect with an agent on her team, and then the rest is history. Now we live here. Now we're doing this Homecoming Haslet to talk about why we love living here. Dana, could you share a bit about kind of what you do, because you offer a lot of things in your services, right?
Sure. So what I do is I help people narrow down where to live here in Texas, and I happen to live in Haslet. Yeah. So good choice. Yeah. But yeah, we just go all around and we help buyers and sellers. If you're looking at selling, we sell property, but we also work with buyers from out of state is our specialty. When
I found out that Dana actually lived in Haslet, I thought that was a good stamp of approval. She helps people find places to live, and she chose to live here herself. So that's a good endorsement. Okay, so Dana, Haslet is, I feel like, a interesting, diverse sort of area, diverse in people, but also just in different kinds of areas and sections and homes you can get. There's a lot of open green here still, but there's a lot that's being developed. So maybe you could share with us kind of an overview of Haslet and the features of this town, what you can find here, living here.
Okay, so if you want to live in Haslet, you're going to find master planned communities like we're standing in right now. And I love these kind of communities because they're very family focused, family oriented, very middle class. You have pools, you have parks and walking trails that you can enjoy. If you want the more country life, Haslet has that as well. So you're going to find some homes on 5-acre lots. You can have horses, and then you also will have luxury homes. And what I love about Haslet is you can find a beautiful luxury home for far less than if you just cross the highway 35. So the same home over there is going to probably, what you can get it for 1.2 here, over there you're going to be paying $2 million for. Like, there's some really good builders. And so you have a wide variety to choose from. There are apartments coming in. We don't have any condos, no townhomes, but there's a wide range. So if you want to buy a single family home, they start at about $230,000, and that's for a brand new home in Sendera Ranch. Yeah. And you can spend on up to 1.7 in Haslet, so that kind of might give you a good range.
Yeah, and it does feel like there's a little something for everybody, and some apartments starting to come in, but a lot of single family homes. So right now in Haslet, I mean, overall, it seems like the market has changed a lot in the last few months, but what would you say is kind of the state of the real estate market here in Haslet right now?
Well, Haslet, even though the market is shifted and prices are going down, but they started from last year where they were just overinflated to begin with, okay? But the feds are raising interest rates intentionally to slow the market down because they want to control inflation. So for Haslet, it's the same pretty much all throughout the country in that it is slowing down, but it's not tanked, okay? Now they do intend to continue to increase interest rates that will continue to slow the market down, but they're just looking for that inflation to be lowered, right? And we all want inflation to stop. So this is going to be a temporary setback as far as if you want to sell your home. However, if you want to buy your home, it's really the best time to buy because that means less competition, right? Now, interest rates may be high, but as long as you're financing a home that's in your budget, you can always refinance at a lower interest rate later. Now, the thing about that is the price, you can't ever change that, but interest rate, you can. So in my opinion, it's a great time to buy. I don't care what other people say, because you want to buy when it's low, and that's what's going to happen in 2023, 2024 possibly. But what that does is in Haslet, you can get a great home. Like, you can get more for your money in Haslet because we sit just outside of the Dallas-Fort Worth busy area.
Yeah.
So I think Haslet's a great time. It's a great time to invest because they're looking at redoing their downtown area. There's so many things that's about to happen in the next 5 to 10 years in Haslet that makes it an ideal time to come in.
Yeah, that's pretty good. For me, it's a real big selling point that Haslet is kind of removed from the major cities. So, and even sections of Haslet really are Fort Worth. They're in a Haslet zip code. You know, so, but you're still kind of part of Fort Worth. I tell people we're at the very north tip of Fort Worth, but still kind of a little bit away. Also, in the case of people who maybe are thinking, oh, I missed the peak, I wanted to sell my home, you know, like what does it realistically look like for the person who's thinking, okay, you know, I want to sell eventually. What's kind of your advice, or what are they in for if they're thinking, I want to sell down the road? What do you think is the best scenario for somebody in that case?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
So if you want to sell a home, it is a little more challenging, but that's all in perspective. The average days on market is 46 days right now, which is much different from a year ago at 5 days on the market.
Yeah, no kidding, wow.
And that I anticipate the days on market to go up over the next year. So you can sell your home at any time. I mean, really, we can still sell homes in any kind of market. However, if you really want to get the best bang for your buck, I would say wait probably a good year and a half, maybe 2 years. Rent your house out. You can lease a property out here just fine if you want the best bang for your buck. However, if you just need to sell or want to sell, you can still sell a home even in a down market.
A personal question. What is your favorite place or thing to do in Haslet? What's like kind of the nicest feature you'd say about this town where we live?
Great question. I love the Haslet Park.
Yeah.
So we like to go down there. We have church events at the park. We like to play basketball. We like to take our dog down there. We even ride our little electric scooters down there.
That's cool.
So that's what we love to do in Haslet. Yeah. I love that it's a short drive to all of the amenities. So if you want movie theater, restaurants, shopping, it's just 8 minutes down the street. Your convenience is a Walmart, just even closer than that. So, but I really love the park. That's my favorite thing.
Another question that every Haslet resident should have an answer to or know: what's the longest you've been stuck at the train?
Well, probably the longest I've ever been is probably a good 7 minutes, which feels like an eternity, by the way. But my husband took my son to school and crossed the tracks, and there was a wreck right there, and they just got stuck forever. That's bad. But that wasn't a train, that was a wreck.
Yeah.
But it was like right by the train, and so they literally had to turn around after 45 minutes.
I have maybe somewhere between 10 to 15 minutes for me personally. My wife has a record of 36 minutes.
No!
Yeah. So Dana, I know that there's different styles of neighborhoods around here. There's a few different master plan communities that weren't here just, not too many years ago. So what are your kind of, you've seen a lot of these neighborhoods, so what's your sense of what maybe is your favorite of the different, some of your top three, and maybe some of the different qualities that people might find at some of the different Haslet communities here?
Okay. So if I'd say the top three, it depends on what you're looking for.
Oh, good. Yeah, good point.
So I live in Wellington because I love the beauty of the nature of this neighborhood. I love the community feel, the families. It was in my budget. So Wellington is definitely among my top. They're not building new homes anymore, but I love the Vines. The Vines they're a luxury neighborhood. The builder actually comes from building in Westlake, which is like the most expensive city in this Dallas-Fort Worth metroplex, and he wanted to bring a luxury product at a production level, which made those prices, I mean, he's selling homes for $6 million in Westlake, and a very similar product here for 1.2,
Wow.
anywhere from 900,000 to 1.2. But it sits up on the hill, it's beautiful. And then I would say, I do love watercress. It's right next to the vines, and that would kind of be your, okay, you have Wellington, watercress, the vines, right? So watercress is beautiful. The lots are larger, and so if you want, we were looking at the watercress because we could put a volleyball court in our backyard.
Wow.
So it's not like it's a full acre, but it's more spacious than your typical master planned community.
Yeah. Okay, so if you're looking for space, those are some good tips. Check those out, watercress, the vines, and then Wellington here is also super nice, really, really pretty, really peaceful here. So.
And I'll have to say, it's not on a neighborhood, but if you check out La Terra Grill,
Oh.
have you been to La Terra
Yes.
Grill? I love that place because they have a real chef there, and they have really good food.
Yeah, high quality. Can't recommend it enough. That's a good one. That's a good recommend. Dana, thank you for having the chat and kind of, laying out some of those details about the real estate market here in Haslet and stuff. You're a wealth of knowledge, so I really appreciate it. Like I said, I came to Haslet with some of Dana's help and her dream home questionnaire. So I know there's going to be a lot of this is for people who live here, but a lot of this also is for people who are thinking about living here. So if you are, I definitely recommend it. The dream home questionnaire will help you and also help her team narrow down for you where you can live. And that's a great resource. I'll put that in the description for anybody to check out afterwards. So until next time, we'll see you. Have fun.